permaculture pantry. It's quite a warm day here today. It's springtime. We've had some 30-degree days recently, so it's quite warm, but it's great weather for seed germinating. I've been germinating some Dahlia seeds using the wet paper towel method, and I've had a lot of success with that so far. And I've also been broadcasting some seed for zinnias and some chrysanthemums and carnations and some other flowers into some seed trays and raising them in our little shade house. And today I need to plant out some of the dahlias from the paper towel method because they've been germinating like crazy, so I can't keep up with them. So I'll show you how I do that today, and also I'll show you how I prick out some of the little seedlings that I've got. I think I've got some, actually I've got some zinnias, and I think there's some, maybe some carnations that need to be pricked out, but I'll show you how I do that and pot them on into a bit of a bigger pot so they can grow up before ready to plant out into the garden. So here we go. I'll show you what I'm up to today. Under our deck here, there's our deck up there. Underneath we have a little potting station here, just made with all different recycled materials that we've come across, and pallets and all sorts of things. It's a bit of a chaotic mess at the moment, but I promise it's all got a place. It's all good. I've got little pots here that I use to put some of the little seedlings into. I've got a prop mix in this little tub here, and these are the Dahlia seedlings that I've been trying to germinate using this paper towel method. So essentially it's just folded up paper towel that you get nice and damp, and then between each layer you put your Dahlia seeds and a little marker so that you know what seed they've come from. And you can see here there's some that have got little tails on them. They're germinating, so those need to be planted on today. I've got some more. I don't think there's many of these ones, no, but under here I was a little bit naughty and I've let these, I didn't have time to plant them out yesterday. So as you can see, some have just like been really high achievers and have really grown very quickly. Their roots are really very fragile, I've found, so I will try and pot them on, but I mean, who knows? Let's give it a go and see. Hopefully they will survive. So I'm going to be doing that today, and then I'll just take you here into my little shade house. I have a little mini greenhouse here, little hothouse. So cool to put little cuttings and things like that in. It's really good. Okay, so this is my beautiful little shade house. And as you can see, there's a lot going on in here at the moment. Over here we have some little baby zinnias. They are Burpiana mix. Okay, so I'm going to pot them up today. I've got some carnations in here. I could prick them out now, but I might just leave them till they're a little bit bigger. And I do have a lot of chrysanthemums in here. Again, I might just wait till they're a tiny little bit bigger and then I'll pot them on. Sounds good. Okay, let's get, so I've got some soil in my pots already. Wow, the birds are really noisy today. Our bottle brush is flowering, our callistemons, and the birds are absolutely loving them. So it's nice to hear them around, but it's very noisy. So essentially, I just use a bamboo skewer and just put a little hole in the center of my potting mix there in the pot, and then you'll get one of your, I hope you can see that. See, there's the little tail on the end of the dahlia seed that's germinated, and then you just pop that down into the soil. Just press it a little bit to make some contact with the soil, and then we'll give that a nice water, and I'm just going to pop that into our shade house. So I'm going to do that with the remainder, I think, of this particular variety. I think I've got 7 seeds that have germinated. There's another little tail. Pop that in, firm it down a little bit. It's really quick and easy. If you have your soil in your pots all ready to go, it does make for a very quick and easy job to get done. Pop it in. Another little one. Put it in, firm it down. I'm just going to do that with the rest of these, and I've got some more varieties there that have germinated as well, so I will label those pots as well and get those seeds. I should also just mention, I am learning to do this. I've been watching a lot of YouTube videos and following lots of people on Instagram and Facebook, lots of accounts that I've been following for some time now. You can always find so much information, and a lot of people are always very willing to share, which is amazing. So I'm hoping that you can learn along with me. I'm not saying that what I'm doing is right. This is just how I'm doing it and what I'm doing it, how I'm doing it and what I'm doing. And I'll be able to follow through and show you the results once they're planted out. Okay, so all those germinated dahlia seeds have been put into the pots, and I'll now pop them into our shade house. Here we go. So I've just popped them into our shade house. Here's a few here that have been done a few days ago. This one here looks like it has been eaten. The tops have been eaten off probably by slugs. They're such a pest. Anyway, I'll give these a little water, and then we can get on to getting some of these zinnias popped. Be sure to just give them a really gentle nesting. You don't want to disturb the soil too much or the new little seed that's in there. Just give them a really good water. Keep them nice and damp, but not too damp. There we go. All done. So before you prick out your little seedlings and put them into your prepared pots, here's some I prepared earlier, full of some prop mix, and I'll talk to you about that soon. Make sure that you give the soil a really good water down, still on the mister if you like, just making sure that both the seedling in the tray here and the soil that you're putting them into is nice and damp. There we go. Beautiful. Okay. So we have these zinnias here. I haven't bothered to label the pots that I'm putting them into because I'm just going to use the marker that I had on this entire tray and put it with all of these pots because they're all the same. So simply, I just use my little bamboo skewer, and I'm hoping you can see this. It's a good idea just to use your thumb and your next finger just to very gently hold on to one of the leaves. Use your little dibber or a skewer, whatever you've got. Some people I've seen use a spoon. That's really good too. So very gently hold on to one of the leaves and then just kind of gently pry underneath it until it starts to lift, like so. Something I didn't do. Oh, look at the root system on that. That's incredible. That's looking really healthy. What I should have done first was made a big hole in the pot ready to pot it on. So I have to put that back down while I do that. And it's going to need a really nice big hole because there's a lot of roots, as you can see. You want it about halfway down the length of the pot. Grab your little seedling and then you can use the skewer. If you put the roots in, use the skewer to gently push the roots down into the hole that you've created. Very gently kind of poke them in there. There we go, and then use your fingers just to kind of firm it down around the base. And there we go. We've got one little seedling ready to go, and it can grow on into that pot. It's got a bit more room in there. Now I'll remember this time to do a hole first in the potting mix that we're potting into. Okay, so again, grab a leaf, get underneath it with your little dibble stick, lift it very carefully. Don't want to break any roots. There we go. We've got a nice little seedling there, and carefully put those roots into there, still holding on to just one leaf with your thumb and next finger. Gently push down with your skewer and then firm down the soil just like so. All done. Beautiful. So I'm going to keep going and get more and more of these out. I have a tray here all made up with some prop mix in, ready to prick these out and put them in. So I'm going to keep going with it. All potted up for the zinnias. What have we got? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 27 all potted up. So I'm going to give them a water in. Popped the little label on there so I know what they are, and we'll keep an eye on those and watch them grow. I'll just give them a little water. As you can see, they were all different sizes as well, so, and that's okay. Some are a little bit bigger than others, but give them a good water in and we'll watch them grow. But one more thing, I just wanted to share with you the prop mix that I make up. So I just use a 20-litre bucket, just a normal size bucket, to mix the quantities. So I have 20 litres of Wingham Gold, which that is our local landscape suppliers in Wingham. They have an amazing like a potting mix. It's got lots of manures and all sorts of good stuff in it. It really is gold, so it is amazing to use for a prop mix, propagation mix. So I used 20 litres of that, 20 litres of river sand and 10 litres of perlite. Mix it all together and you have a really beautiful propagation mix. and just wet it down before you use it. I also forgot to mention too, if you're using the paper towel method, once you've got your nice paper towel all soaked and everything, put it inside, either cover it with some cling film, or I just use a Ziploc bag that I can recycle over and over again. Just creates that nice humidity and protects the seeds and helps them to keep warm and germinate. So that's a little tip. Also, I use a paint pen. I just got this one from my local Bunnings store. I use that to write on the pots what the type of plant it is, and the variety, just rather than using the plastic tags all the time, because they end up getting lost in my garden, or the bowerbirds take them, or I forget to label them. So I find that using this on the pots really makes a big difference. So that's another idea. So thank you for watching today. I hope you found that helpful. Many more videos coming, and I will show you some progress on those seedlings as well, as they get ready to be planted out. They'll also get a bit of a liquid feed in a week or so, and so I will show you all of that as I do it. Okay, see you everyone. Bye.